What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 47. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by Mr. Ash Destroyum.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Looks like we're doing a double team, a dual podcast here. Mike is away. He had something at the last minute. Fan is actually on vacation, so he's not here, of course. And then Sensei is actually having some trouble as well. So it's me and Ash today, but we still got a bunch of stuff to talk about for you guys. As always, don't forget, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are trying to hit that 500 subscriber goal. We're very close. We're at 339 now, so we are starting to get that little uptick again. So again, much appreciated if you can like and subscribe, because like 80% of you guys are not subscribed who watch our video. So that definitely helps us out. Follow us at Twitch as well, because we do stream 3 days out of the week, and then every Sunday we have the podcast. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Ash, what have you been playing?
That's a really good question. If anything, I've just been playing Genshin Impact a good amount, because there's a character on the banner that's like that everybody at once named Kazuha, and what he can do is he can pretty much like just group enemies all together for you pretty easily, and just essentially buff your entire team, which is great. Besides from that, the other game I've been playing. I play this whole chapter of a visual novel called Higurashi. Some of you guys may have known the anime instead of the visual novel if you know a certain girl from that show. Which, yeah, that's probably the main reason why that franchise got a lot of popularity, mainly because of her. But I played that whole chapter under like 6 hours. That was crazy. And then I came back and started playing Spider-Man Remaster on my PC and everything. I forgot how beautiful the game was on PC. So there's that.
Nice.
And that's about it for me. So
nice. The character in Genshin Impact, is it it's the fire dude, right? He's like a arrow user. Is it him or no?
Fire dude, bow user. No, I don't.
No, that's not him. Okay, who's the character?
There's two bow users that are Pyro, which is Amber, and Yoimiya, if you're referring to her. But the dude I'm talking about is he's Anima, which is air and stuff.
Okay,
he's
okay, so it's not the guy I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, no problem.
What's up, David? Welcome to the podcast, man.
Hey, David.
Yeah, me, as far as I've been going, I've been playing some more Final Fantasy 16, and I mean, I gotta say, I think, how can I put it? I don't think it's a 9 out of 10 game. The more I'm playing it, I enjoy it, I like it, but I would say it's probably a 7 out of 10 game right now. And for me, it's because I really like RPGs, and this game is super light on RPG elements. I mean, almost to the point where I'll say they're almost non-existent. Like, you have gear there, but the gear is useless. Like, it doesn't do anything for you. You just go ahead and equip it, and you don't really see a difference. So, like, I haven't changed my gear in a bit, and I'm still doing okay. Like, the enemies are not doing anything. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the gear is useless. Maybe the only thing I would say that does help you out is upgrading the ability tree. That does help you out. Like, as you enhance your attacks, they get easier to stagger and stuff like that. So that's been helping out. David says 6 out of 10. Yeah, I don't know if I'll go that low, because the story is still it's interesting. It has a weird flow. So it goes very high and it goes back low. And it's like think like Naruto, where you're like, oh, a main thing just happened, and then it's like a filler arc. And then, oh, here you go. Here's the main story again. Oh, filler arc. Like, that's what it's happening with it, and I'm not liking it. Like, it feels like there's a lot of padding in between that shouldn't be there, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just I was very hyped for this game. The demo was amazing. Like, starting off, I really enjoyed it, and before it came out, it was on my mind all the time. But now it's like I'm playing the game. I was like, wow, it's a fun action game, but it's not a fun like RPG, if that makes sense. So
I wouldn't like dock points from it, mainly because it's not mostly an RPG, right? But what I do notice is that from that game, it's practically like easy, even if you play it on a normal mode.
It is.
What the one thing that I wish Yoshi P would have done is that they should have put a Final Fantasy mode on a new playthrough instead of just only locking behind New Game Plus, because once you go into Final Fantasy mode, all the anime is a lot more stronger, and you get to you have a whole bunch of things and stuff. And on top of that, I mean, if you want to craft the ultimate weapon, you can, but it's practical to bring Final Fantasy mode back to like what is it, story mode and action mode or something like that. Yeah. So um so it's up to the player though. You don't have to craft the ultimate weapon if you don't have to. But like the overall, I just feel like the difficulty for the game design should have been like a bit better and stuff, right? And I feel like with Yoshi P, I feel like he was just trying to deliver a story at like its utmost capacity in a sense. And so some people did have some gripes with it. Like some people were calling out the PS5 that was crashing at certain scenes, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm not buying that because I'm pretty sure some of those people didn't clean their PS5s, honestly. So there's that. But overall, I'm still can't wait to play the game and stuff. I'm waiting for my friend to be done with it once he's done with it. By that time, I should be finished with majority of my backlog, and I'll just hop into that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's I agree. Like like the crashing part, like I think it's just people, like you said, people who don't clean their stuff, or people who have like their PS5 in an enclosed like section in an entertainment center. Because you know how many pictures I've seen like on Reddit and stuff like that of people having their PS5 in a small enclosed entertainment center. It's like you can't do that with these modern day consoles.
It's not a good idea to put it and put any device, a PC or anything like that in any enclosure.
Yeah, not even a switch. Anything that blows out hot air, it needs to blow it out because it has to get, you know,
and
cool
it's trying to exhaust all that air out so
exactly.
that way it can stay cool and stuff. It's not going to help if you put it in a freaking enclosed whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So
you know, fun fact is I first found out about that in the PS2 days, because the PS2, like I always wondered, like, man, why is my PS2 so hot? You know, it was in a entertainment center in a small enclosed area. The minute I put it like next to my TV, it was able to flow so much better and it was quieter.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like I feel that I mean, when I was playing the game, when I was borrowing my friend's PS5 to play the demo, that thing was screaming.
Yeah,
it was screaming.
Really? What PS5 does he have? Like a day one PS5 or what? Does he have a day one PS5 or what?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, because my PS5 is quiet.
But it was normal. It was normal for it to do that because like there's a lot of intense stuff in the demo.
Yeah,
you remember the prologue and everything?
But mine has always been quiet. Like even now, like when I play it, it's not loud at all.
Even from the beginning,
yeah, and like, I have the day one
through the whole icon battle, all the intense crap. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay, like the thing is, it's normal for a console like that to scream, especially if it's trying to push that as much power as it can to maintain that stable frame rate.
Yeah,
and like, even if you clean it or not, it's still going to scream. It's trying to draw a lot of power from it to like maintain that performance mode, which is, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, I won't be surprised. So once it comes on PC, my PC's probably do the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a normal thing that happens and stuff. So I hope when by the time I start playing on PS5, some of the patches will come out, because Yoshi P decided that like they're gonna try to put in a patch for you to toggle on and off with motion blur, because I hate motion blur with a burning passion.
Yeah, me too.
And put in a stable frame rate, but at this point, you can only improve the frame rate so much at that point. Yeah. So I'm not really looking forward to that. Maybe, if anything, they should just clear some like more critical bugs instead of frame rate. To be honest, because at that point, there's so much that they can do with that. Yeah. So that's all.
I will say this: it is probably the best looking PS5 game I've played. Like hands down, I think it's the best looking game. Like if you look at the environments, everything is great. Not only that, I do know why it requires so much power, because it looks like everything is rendered. Like the background is not just a JPEG, it's actually rendered like really far. Like even though you can't go to there, everything seems to be rendered in almost full, you know, quality. Like there's not really that many like low end textures or anything like that you can notice. You know, and honestly speaking, this is me playing on a 1080p monitor, so like, you know, if you're on a 4K TV, you might notice something different. But
which I already did, unfortunately.
Yeah,
on this thing,
yeah. But like for me on a 1080p monitor, like it looks great. Like I think it's the best looking PS5 game. I haven't seen a PS5 game as good as that, in my opinion. But yeah, like for me, like I said, deducting points for that, it's not so much that it's an action game, right? Because I like action games, right? I like Devil May Cry or like Scarlet Nexus and stuff like that, Nier Automata, and all that. It's just I play Final Fantasy for the RPG stuff, and the RPG stuff is just kind of lacking, and I don't know, like it just bothers me that there aren't RPG elements, or rather, they're there, but they're basically non-existent. If that makes sense, like it.
Here's the problem I have with that
Mhm,
is that like Final Fantasy is not just for known for the RPG elements.
mhm.
It's also known for its world building, its main mechanics
Yep.
and stuff. I can say the same thing for the Tale series. When it
Yeah.
comes to the arts, when it comes to the characters, when it comes to the gigantes, when it comes to the
Mhm.
music and stuff. And like I think what you're looking for is mainly a turn-based type of Final
Yeah.
Fantasy. Am I right? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't like 15 either, right?
No, I mean 15. I enjoyed up
Okay,
to
you
the
enjoy
end.
15, but it's not definitely like a favorite. It's
No.
definitely not like a it's not like I think you might say it's good, but it's not great.
Yeah,
Is
but
that am I
that's
right?
mainly because of the story. Like the story and the combat. The combat was too simple. Like 15, if the combat was like how it was originally supposed to be when Nomura was in charge, which is the Kingdom Hearts style combat, 15 would probably been super high on my
Bl-
list.
blame that on Square Enix for putting all their focus on Kingdom Hearts 3, which by the
Yeah.
way also
Oh,
wasn't loved
did
by fans
horrible.
either. So
Yeah.
yeah, it did horrible. So
And
like
that,
it
well,
was all Square Enix fault for
and that's because the
for them
story
doing that.
though. That's again that's because the story. But like 15, I love the world of it. Like I like a lot of things about 15. It's just like towards the end of it being unfinished, and you can tell it was unfinished is what really bothered me. But like 15
Which
is
I
nowhere near like the lowest end Final Fantasy in my opinion. Like I like it a lot.
which is the which one's the lowest in Final Fantasy for you? I'm
13
curious.
for sure.
I knew it was 13.
13 for sure. Yeah.
I knew it was 13.
Yeah. But you know why, right?
Okay, so for me, it's for my own personal reasons.
Mhm.
I just hated Hope. He literally ruined the whole game for me because that kid was freaking annoying. And some of these people that love 13 praise Hope. I'm like, bro, this is a kid that kept annoying Snow for
Yeah.
so many freaking times. Snow couldn't save his freaking mother.
Yeah.
Get over it. And then it took I don't know how many chapters, but Lightning straight up told freaking Hope, listen, grow up. It's not his fault. He couldn't do crap.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, he finally grows some balls. Crap. Like, I know people want to argue he's a kid, but I know some other kid like characters that grow better balls than this kid way earlier in some chapters, some JRPGs, man. He's just terrible, man. But what's your reason?
For me, it's like because I did enjoy the story of 13 and I like the world of it, but so people keep saying like, oh yeah, people hate on 13 because it's linear, but 16 is linear. No, there are two different types of linear, right? Like 16 is linear to a sense, and so is 7
Yeah.
remake, but not as linear as
Oh,
13. Like if you look at
that
13's
shit,
map, like
that is
13's
linear.
map is literally just
Yeah.
like two parallel lines. Like that's all it is. It's
You're,
two.
you're right. You're right. That crap is linear. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
And that's the reason I hate it. I got so bored because I like literally it's just you're holding up on the D-pad or D-pad on the analog stick, and that's it. Where at least the like 7 remake and even 16, you can kind of move around different spots, and I don't mind that, right? I don't mind it not being an open world. That doesn't bother me. Like I could care less about that stuff. It's really just how linear it was. It sucked. But yeah, other than that, like I didn't mind 13, like the combat. A lot of people hated it because of the auto battle system. I never used auto battle, so like it didn't bother
Well,
me.
wait, excuse
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, remember
Wait,
13?
you can play that stuff manually?
Yeah, you did not know that? You can choose your attacks.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, I was gonna say,
I was like, wait, I can actually like fully control the character, run around and like do
no,
all
not
the
like
combos, something
that. Not
I
like
was about to say,
that.
I was like, excuse me. Like,
No,
okay, all
you
right,
could
that
you
makes a
could
lot
go
more
ahead
sense.
and choose your attacks and in whatever order you want. But like a lot of people are like, oh, you don't have to do anything. It auto fights for you. Yeah, that's if you choose it. And other RPGs have auto as a system because I want to say even like I mean correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Final Fantasy V Game Boy version I think had an auto system as well. Or I
I
might
don't
be
think
thinking of
so.
another turn-based RPG, but some of them had an auto system as well. So like
Yeah,
it's not
more
something
like
known.
more like some of the Game Boy versions of them, like have the quality of life update where you can add an
Exactly.
auto system to it. So I mean, which is
Exactly.
pretty
I mean,
cool.
Bravely Default, I believe, has that as an option too. Or not Brave. Yeah, Bravely Default had it as an option.
Yeah.
And you don't have to use that feature. It's your choice to use it. But like for me, I didn't mind. I didn't mind it. Like or rather, I didn't use it because I just thought it was pointless. Unless it was like a really easy enemy, I'll hit auto battle
Like
and
if you're
let it
trying to
go.
grind for something,
Mm-hmm.
then auto battle will be useful. And on top of that, you better hope that there's a speed up feature for that stuff too,
Yeah.
so you can like easy grind that stuff out and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So otherwise,
Yeah.
then yeah,
But but yeah, going back to 16,
yeah.
like my biggest thing is even with the story and world building, there's too many, how can I put it? Again, there's too many highs and too many lows in terms of, it feels very inconsistent. Um, let, um, let's put it to uh, let me put it to perspective. The you played the prologue demo, right?
Yep. Yeah. Just a
Okay.
prologue demo so far.
So right, you find out that he kills Joshua, right?
Yep.
And then you right after the prologue it starts, it's like he's just, because he was just remembering that, it continues on with the base story. Well, you would think that that would wrap up maybe towards the end where he'll figure out that he's the one that killed Joshua, or like this is a mystery that we'll probably like go through. Nope. Like literally your next story beat, it's him finding out already that. So I was like, well, what is the point? And I guess for me, because the demo ended there, it seems like a huge high note. Like, oh man, this is gonna be a huge mystery to him, even though he did it. And then or you're like, oh, maybe he didn't do it. Maybe it was somebody else or whatever. Well, yeah, it's wrapped up in like the next hour. Like once you start up the game, it's wrapped up already. And then he finds out, oh yeah, I killed Joshua. It's like, all right, like
That was fast.
yeah,
That was. I was expecting him to like find out about it maybe like midway through the story, but
yeah.
like just right after that or
Yeah,
something. Like
and there's other things that they do. Like they put in like an issue. You're like, oh wow, this seems like it's gonna be a big issue, and it's wrapped up in the next scenario. It's like, okay, like why are you doing this? Like what is the overall like story? What are you trying to tell? What is the main thing? And as of right now, you kind of have a like an idea of what the main bad guy is, but it's in the back. Like it's in the back of like your of the game. It's just like, okay, we found this mystery here. Oh, but let's go ahead and do this instead over here. I'm like, what? Like, is this like another filler arc? Like, it seems like there's filler arcs, right? Like how animes
what
have all
I
these filler episodes. That's what it seems like they're doing.
for what I've seen, which is something I'm not looking forward to, is a side quest in the game
Mm-hmm.
because if anything, everyone says like those quests are quite monotonous, or there's not anything. There was no effort being put on those side quests and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a spoiler brat when it comes to side quests, mainly because all I played was Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
That literally had one of the best side quests I ever seen in my life because it was those quests happen quests happen naturally.
Mm-hmm.
You just walk down the street and then boom, a random quest just pops right in front of you. You didn't even realize that was a side quest and when you start until you start doing it. And then for each quest, they actually had good lore and story behind all the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you play with Yakuza 0 or not.
I did.
Or
I liked it a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, so I feel like Yakuza had like, or I mean, I don't know about the rest of the games because I haven't played the rest of the games yet. Because I'm saving because I know you have the ability to like literally breeze through the entire Yakuza
Yeah.
series. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time because I want to savor 0 still,
Yeah.
even though I played that game 2 years ago.
So
Um,
you want to know a fun fact?
what?
In Yakuza 1 or Yakuza Kiwami,
Yeah.
I think there's also one in Yakuza 0. Yeah, I think the quest is there's two different quests. In Kiwami, he's getting dragon. He goes. There's a character in line. There's like a side quest, and the guy's trying to get a Dragon Quest game. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and then I think it's Zero.
They love referencing Dragon
Yep.
Quest. That's a big thing I love
And I think
about that too.
Yakuza
So
Zero is the same thing, but I believe it's the first Dragon Quest game that they're in line for or something like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of because Zero being a prequel to one, and I think it's
yeah,
like a 7 year gap or something like that.
it is 7 year
That was
gap. Yeah,
pretty.
you're right.
But that's pretty. That was pretty cool. But yeah, go ahead with what you were saying.
But when I saw some of the side quests on Twitter and stuff to see how they are, it's just like simple stuff like talk to a woman. They're like, oh, can you kill those wolves for me? Sure. Bang bang bang. Go back. Thank you. And then like it's the same crap all over and over again. Like there's it's like it's a chore and
So
stuff, and you
so
in like you're hoping that you at least get like a little side story or lore behind
yeah,
that said side quests and stuff. Heck, Genshin Impact does it better.
yeah.
I believe their side quests are like mid at best, but at least they try to tell you something, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I will say this. I do think some of the side quests are really good. Like there's two that I did, and I talked with another somebody else about it, and they were agreeing with me that so far those are probably the two, not the best side quests ever, but they're probably up there because the story behind it, they were really messed up, but they were well done, and they're short side quests too. Like you can beat them like in 10 minutes, but they were interesting enough. Like oh wow, like I wasn't expecting this. So
interesting. Okay.
yeah, so it's something that like you can look forward to. You'll probably know which ones I'm talking to, but because they're two in the same area and they're back to back and they're very interesting side quests. But yeah, other than that, I mean, yeah, it's for me, it's not a game of the year contender for me. I thought it
Hmm.
was, I even made a video saying this might possibly be a game of the year contender. I I'm gonna make a video saying I was wrong about this being a game of the year contender because hey, it'll probably get a lot of views, right? Because a lot of people will be like, "Oh, why? How dare you talk bad about Final Fantasy 16?" But oh well, we still got some good RPGs to look forward to, like Star Ocean or Mario RPG.
Yeah, that reminds me. I need to get the Star Ocean game on my Switch and stuff and get on that.
Yeah, that definitely. But actually, this is a good segue to into our first topic, which is, the Summer Game Fest or the Summer Game Month rather is all done. June is over. We are in July, and there was a lot of announcements that month. Um, what were some highlights to you? Like, what were your top 5 games that were announced?
Okay. Hold up a second. Let me look back at my let me check in my archives.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
All right, I'll go first then. Yeah, some of the highlights to me are definitely gonna be what I just mentioned. Star Ocean, the second story R. I think the art style is amazing, looks great. It has that 3D background with like the 2D sprites, so it's a good blend of the two. Which I like, right? Like it would be cool if it was a full on like remake with like 3D polygons and everything like that. But I mean, I'm happy with this. And Star Ocean is one of those games that, unfortunately, they try to make a big budget Star Ocean game, and I believe it didn't sell too well. Uh, for me, like I haven't bought it yet. I was really excited for it, and I didn't buy it yet, and that's because it doesn't work great on the Steam Deck, and I really wanted to play it on Steam Deck. Maybe if it came out on Switch, I would have got it. But I might still pick it up. I'm probably going to pick it up on PS5 and probably remote play it that way instead. But that's definitely a highlight. Super Mario RPG, another one I mentioned. I think that was a huge highlight too. The remake. I started playing Super Mario RPG and I didn't finish it. Luckily, I only beat like the first boss, so I know there's quite a ways to go. But I'm very excited to play this game in a new way. Right, they're gonna have like full blown cutscenes. The graphics are redone. They're trying to stay true to the vision of the original Super Mario RPG, but make it a little bit different. Which I'm okay with it. Like this is cool. I'll be experiencing the game, I guess, fully for the first time, and I'm excited for that. Super Mario Wonder is another one. I think Super Mario Wonder looks great. I'm super excited for that. Like it has a neat art style. It's different from Super Mario Brothers games. And yeah, it just looks fun. Looks a lot of fun. I'm happy for a 2D game, 2D Mario game at that. And then Sonic Superstars, another 2D side-scrolling game that looks a lot of fun too. It's 4-player co-op. I'm very excited for that. It's nice to have another 2D Sonic game, and it's nice to know that like 2D side scrollers are not going away. I know I'm showing my age here at enjoying side scrollers, but hey, without side scrollers, I don't think we would be where we're at right now. And then I'll say the final game is hard to pick because there's quite a few that can make in this list, but I'm gonna go with Persona 3 Reload. And that is because I started
Oh,
doing Persona 3 Portable, and then I'm glad I just stopped because I played this newer version because everything looks a lot better. It looks like they're using the updated like Persona 5 engine. If anything, it looks a little bit better than Persona 5. So
act-
I'm super
actually,
excited. Hmm.
they're actually using Unreal Engine for that game.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, well, which I'm surprised about, but yeah, they're using Unreal Engine.
Oh, okay. So I'll take it. Like everything looks great about the game. Like I think the characters look better than what they do in Persona 5, which is cool. and I'm just happy to dive into this world for the first time. So yeah, those were my 5 picks. What about you?
All right. To begin with, I would disagree about showing your age when it comes to side scores because a lot of people still love side scores, believe it or not, especially in the indie world type of thing. And I'm looking at Hollow Knight and crap, the other one, Celeste. This one,
Yeah.
so that one.
Well,
So
yeah, Celeste is good. Hollow Knight is more of a Metroidvania, so a little bit different.
still a side scroll.
It is, but it's a Metroidvania first.
You can't just call one thing and then say it's not a side scroll. Okay,
it has side scrolling. What I mean by side scrolling is like side scrolling platformers. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So Star Ocean.
Real quick, I got an idea for a good side scrolling platformer game. Make a Persona 5 platformer. We already got a tactics game. We got a dancing game. Now we need a platformer. We could call it P5P, Persona 5 platformer.
That will legit only work well with Persona 5, unfortunately, because anything before that, none of the characters actually know how to platform. it's unfortunate.
That's true. Yeah.
So okay, I agree. But like so one of the games that I'm interested in is this new Star Ocean that you mentioned before. Game look, the new graphics, everything they put into that look really fire, and I'm like, wow, this gave me a lot of Tales vibes. I want to pick that up, and the actual art of their portraits look like the design of the characters look really cool too. So, I definitely want to get into that. So which is why I want to try to get the first Star Ocean game on the Switch and stuff. If anything, I'm going to try to get into that as soon as I can. And do you know when the second one's coming out?
November, I think it is November something.
Got plenty of time. Yeah, I got plenty of time.
Let me double check that actually before.
No problem.
But yeah, go ahead on to your second game, I guess.
And Super Mario RPG, definitely was super ecstatic about that. I played that back like in middle school and stuff. It was one of the more fun RPGs in my collection compared to other ones. Still can't beat Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, to be honest, but still love Super Mario RPG a whole lot. And the whole new remake approach they're taking, I definitely got to give them full respect for that, because like you said, they're trying to like stick with the same designs and stuff, but add a bit of a nice 3D touch to it. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
It is real quick. Star Ocean is November 2nd.
All right, sweet. Okay. Persona 5 Tactica looks interesting. I'll say the least. At this point, I'm already Persona 5 fatigued. At this point, just give me Persona 5. Just give me Persona 6 already, and then and say we're going to release this game 5 years from now because that's what they did. That's what they did with the last game. So just give me Persona 6. Definitely excited for Persona 3 Reloaded. There's some gripes with I have with that, mainly because of the fact that they're not going to be putting some certain elements into the game. So, for example, you remember how you mentioned that you're going to stop playing Persona 3 Portable?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? It looks like that they're mainly just getting content from Persona 3 Vanilla on the PS3 and just putting it onto Reload.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, really? at least get stuff from FES, but like they're not even trying to get at least some content from Portable, which is technically the definitive version of the series, and put it onto Reload and stuff. So you're not gonna get your female MC in Reloaded, which I'm like, okay. And then hopefully they may do some quality life changes when it comes to the social links in the game. I'm not gonna say the spoiler, but to do certain things, And I just hope they don't mess up too much with Persona 3 Reload. I just hope. Game looks obviously gorgeous. It's just I'm just hoping the content itself lives up to its hype. That's all. Now, all right. I already said 4 games, I believe. 5th one. I mean, I could give it to Luigi's Mansion, to be honest with you, if it was the first one. So with that being said, it's probably gonna be Dark Moon. Yeah. I'm a Luigi's Mansion 1 type of dude, because that was literally the most greedy Luigi's Mansion game I played compared to the others. My sister was trying to get me to play the 3rd one, and I'm like, damn, what is this? So kiddie and stuff. It's so.
You don't like the 3rd one?
No, man.
I actually liked it. It's actually I gotta finish it. I got about halfway through the game.
It's not dark. It's not. It's too.
It depends on where you start. Like it does.
It doesn't give you the horror stuff, man. Like it's not scary,
Mhm.
obviously, but it's the most scary, and like it shows Luigi how like it gives so much life in the first one compared to the second and third one. I just can't. I can't do the second and third ones, man.
The second one
It's
was
not good as
pretty
the first one.
cool. I'll say this: the second one was cool, and I think they have multiplayer for it for
It
3DS.
it's just Luigi. Luigi's already used to this stuff now. So like,
Yeah,
if a ghost pops out at him in the second or third one, he's like, "Oh, ghost."
yeah,
But in the first one, like if a ghost pops out at him, he's like, "Yeah,
yeah.
crap," you know. So I'm just like, it's like if you're scared, Luigi's scared too. And then like there's like a cool little small stuff to it, like when you keep yelling like you Mario like
Yeah.
300 different times and stuff. And in my opinion, the music is also better in the first one compared to the second, third one too.
I think can't you do that in 3 also? Call
What
for Mario?
if Mario was captured again?
Yeah,
Was he?
they're all missing now. It's Mario, Peach, and Toad. They're all missing.
Eh,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, still, it's just I don't know. It could be my nostalgia brain living Luigi's Mansion one a lot. I always do a playthrough of it every year. I
I
love
see.
it. So
I never played one. I might have to do a playthrough of that on stream or something.
yeah,
I've
like
only played.
one's fun. It's definitely gonna be the shortest one, but it's one. Gets to the point. It's just music is better. The music was better for the atmosphere,
Yeah,
and on top of that, it's just Luigi's first time doing ghost hunting and
yeah,
stuff. So, when he gets scared, he's like hella authentic when he gets scared and stuff. And once he encounters that new enemy, you see him like growing and
yeah,
stuff, and ready to take on the next big foe and stuff.
yeah,
Like it's I love it. It's invigorating. I love it. So
yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, David says he played it on GameCube and he loved it too. Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. And
See,
I'm just like, okay, you put Dark Moon, but not the first one, bro. Not the first one. Like, come on, bro. Like, Jesus Christ.
hey, hey, maybe it
My
might
God.
come, and maybe it might come.
It,
We don't
it
know
will. It will. It's just when.
when. Yeah,
When. Like,
because I
for
mean,
Christ's
as of right
sakes.
now, the only franchise you can play all the way through on one console on the Switch is Pikmin. You have Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and now
Oh,
4.
don't get me started on that crap. It's the fact that like, hey, you're gonna get Pikmin 4 and like, I think the game is already out by now, but like you can
No,
get
4
Pikmin
comes out in
4.
July, yeah, or later on this month.
Yeah, you're gonna get Pikmin 4 later on this month, and then like I think on that same day when the direct happened, they're like, all right, you're gonna get 1 and 2
Yeah.
as a bundle on the same day. I'm like, come on, bro. You could have done the same thing with Luigi's Mansion. You know for a damn fact that people love Luigi's Mansion more than Pikmin, okay? Come on. Like,
I think it's true. That's why they've continued to make more Luigi Mansions game. I mean, to be fair, like my first Pikmin game was Pikmin 3 and it was fun. Like I enjoyed it.
I never
It's
played a Pikmin
different.
game, so I can't
It's like
really
an
say too much.
RTS basically. If you ever played an RTS.
In Nintendo RTS, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It's like that. It's interesting. Like I enjoyed it. Like I thought it was pretty cool. I'm probably gonna download the Pikmin 4 demo and play it eventually once I beat Final Fantasy 16. But like I don't even think I mentioned this. I've been stuck on playing Pokemon Black all over again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So once you finish Black, you're gonna hop into Black too?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Actually I'll do White too, because then I will have what's his name? Who's the one in it? Is it Reshiram? Who's in or whatever?
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot the inverter,
Yeah.
inverter, the legendaries only
Yep.
respected names. So
Yeah.
when I picked mine up,
Yeah.
I wanted to get Zekrom, which is why I bought White.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, man, I forgot about that because I wanted to get Pokemon Black because I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what, represent my people. Get Black. Then I see the cover. I'm like, really? I'm like, you serious, man? That's effed up. Man. That's effed up. So I had to get White just so I can get the Black Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like I can't wait.
No, I'm doing that now. I'm playing it. I got like 2 different playthroughs going on. And I'm probably gonna do a third playthrough because I'm thinking of doing it on stream, like fresh. Just go through the whole game. Where I might actually do multiple days and try to go through the whole game because I have a playthrough on my Steam Deck and a separate playthrough on my Pixel 6 that I use for like for all YouTube stuff. And then I downloaded like the emulator on there and stuff like that and started playing through.
I
So
do gotta say,
mhm.
man, every time I think of Pokemon, I think of the good old days of Game Boy,
Yeah.
DS.
You know what?
That's the old stuff.
If you're up for it, I think we might have to do a collab video because that's actually one of my video ideas. Why I'm playing it too is to go back to Pokemon in the DS. I do want to make a highlight for that.
It's just the sprite. The sprites make the game look so much better. Like 3D can be done correctly, and the only time 3D was done correctly, in my personal opinion, was Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
That's the most beautiful. Can't talk. That's the most beautiful Pokemon game I've ever seen. Unless you want to factor in Pokemon Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Stadium and stuff. Because I don't know what happened to the development teams when it comes to like 3D games. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
It could be the budget. I mean, they have all the budget in the world.
Yeah, they have all the money. So Pokemon's the number one franchise in the world. So it's like
So I'm just like at this point, there's got to be something. They're trying to cut costs, obviously.
Yeah,
and I don't know. They could have reused the assets from Gale of Darkness and put it into the newer games. They could have done that. So I don't know. But like, if anything, right? I honestly, I can't. It's hard to pick an older Pokemon game and stuff because I love Diamond and Pearl. I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I also love Black and White. It's just it's hard to pick when you go within that. So we go with those games and stuff.
So here's another thing. What I think real quick. David says he played both, and then those are his favorite Pokemon games. So real quick before I go into what I was gonna say, fun fact: I got Pokemon Black because I originally bought it when like a month after, because it came out a month after my son was born, and I'll never forget this memory. That I go to work at that time. I was working at GameStop. I think I go to work. I come back home, and then I open up my DS because I kept it in standby mode, and I open up my DS. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck? All my Pokemon are dead except one Pokemon. I was like, what was going on? And then next thing you know, I found out my wife was playing the game to try it out.
Jesus
I was like, oh my Pokemon, what's wrong with the? Yeah, but luckily, Christ, she's like, I stopped it because I didn't know how to heal your Pokemon. That's hilarious. Going back to that, I feel like the other thing that makes the DS era Pokemon games amazing, and I would argue this too to the 3DS point, not so much Sun and Moon because I didn't like Sun and Moon at all for some reason, but like. I guess you could say Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but like they're technically GBA games. And then I like X and Y is the music. Like the music of those games are so top tier. Like if you listen to my starting
in Black and White, in Black and White for me,
all of them, bro, Diamond and Pearl, and Platinum, amazing.
Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, they were top, but so was Black and White, bro. I can I get over the fact how they legit made an OST when you're low on health for Black and White. That's the most funniest thing I ever heard. I'm like, they didn't have to do this, but they did.
Well, they did that, and like Black and White was very unique. I'm sorry everybody, we're super off topic here, but Black and White was very unique. It's basically we might have to just do a Pokemon podcast one of these days. But I did like that. With Black and White, they also changed the sound effects. If you notice that, like through the menus while you're clicking in battle, the sound effects, and it's the only game that has those sound effects because then X and Y goes back to the traditional Pokemon sound effects, which is weird. David says you could fuse with Curium in Black and White too. Yep, and that's how you got your new whatchamacallit, your new what can I think? Legendary. There you go. Yeah, and fun fact, I should show you my pixel background real quick. I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
Wait, you have a Google Pixel phone?
Yeah, this is what I use for the podcast.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what happened, James?
Yeah, all this.
What happened?
Yeah, I have to separate the two, man. Like I have to separate the two.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so it's a black and white wallpaper because I like it. It's something that I've always liked. And yeah, I don't know. We might have to do a Pokemon Day thing. I think that next one, because we're not gonna get much news. I think the next stream is just gonna be a Pokemon. Next podcast, we'll talk about only Pokemon. There we go. But yeah, let's get back on topic here real quick. Yeah. So those were our. Did you pick your 5 already? You said Persona 3 or Persona 5 Tactica.
It was Luigi's Dark Moon.
Oh, Luigi's Dark Moon. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said Dark Moon, Star Ocean, Mario RPG, Persona 5 Tactica
and Reloaded.
and Reloaded. Okay, cool.
Yep. Mm.
Yeah, good choice. What was next year? So what was your thought on this not E3 month, right? Like it's technically not E3, but like we got a lot of good announcements. Like do you think that next year if the same thing were to happen, do you think it would be okay, or do you want to see E3 come back?
If it doesn't matter if E3 comes back or not, because we're still going to get the same announcements
Mm-hmm.
regardless. I feel like it's only been beneficial for people if E3 comes back,
Mm-hmm.
if it came back in a physical form, not in virtual type of deal.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too, is that like whenever I try to inquire about experiences about how E3 was from content creators,
Mm-hmm.
people say it's probably one of the worst things you ever want to go to, because
Really?
because
Oh, the
the
long
beginning with
lines.
long lines for 2 hour lines for
Mm-hmm.
like a 20-minute demo, smelly people apparently in there too. So
That's
so
funny.
like I'm like, and for the longest time I also want to go to E3 myself, but if it's going to be like this, then what's the point? I might as well just sit back, wait until they release a demo onto like
Mm-hmm.
whatever store or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure we're better off without E3, because all companies are well aware that they don't have to put their stuff
Mm-hmm.
somewhere that's physical. They can just stream it online and call it a day.
Yeah.
And that way they save tons of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like I like when Nintendo's directs are always a highlight for me. Not because like I'll admit it, I'm a Nintendo fanboy in terms of the sense that I like Nintendo's games. To me they're always fun. I always enjoy it. Don't have any issues with them. Not in a fanboy that like in terms of I'll defend a lot of their practices, because like some of the stuff they do specifically like with emulation and like the modding community and stuff like that, I'm not a fan of that stuff. But
I crap on every company that does something bad, so I'm not really
yeah,
a fanboy of any
so
sort.
So yeah, it's more of their games. Like I enjoy their games; they're always fun. Like as long as Miyamoto's there, I know their games are gonna be fun. I'm more worried about a post uh, Miyamoto world. David says, "Yeah, I couldn't handle being so close to people." Yeah, I'm with you with that. Like I don't like crowded spaces, but hey, one of these years, you're gonna catch us all at an event, maybe too many games or something like that, or an event here in our area. Um, but yeah, that's my take on it. Like, I really enjoy Nintendo Directs. Nintendo Directs are done throughout the year, so I'm fine with that. But a lot of times I want to know what PlayStation's doing and stuff like that. And I don't know. Their PlayStation showcase was trash this year. I hope they have something better. And my biggest thing is like you gotta learn from Nintendo, right? Because Nintendo of all people. Sorry, I'm going down here because I'm trying to lower the light.
It's all good.
Nintendo of all people, I think they have a good standard in terms of showing gameplay on their Nintendo Directs. Even if the game looks trash, like the farming simulators and stuff like that. No offense to the developers, uh, but they at least show gameplay, right? Where PlayStation and Xbox, I feel for the longest time, have gotten away with just showing CGI trailers, and I hate that. Like I hate that's become a thing. I want to see gameplay. I go and watch gameplay events to see, or gaming events to see gameplay, not to see trailers, right? You could just post a YouTube trailer at any time, but I want to see the actual gameplay. So that's my thing. Like the thing I liked about E3 the most, it's funny that you say that, is I can watch like IGN do gameplay and like in-depth like views, right? They'll have like the creators come on board, and they'll have a demo to showcase, and we can kind of see like what each game plays like. Where at that time CGI trailers made sense, because yeah, you show off a CGI trailer, and then after the fact you could show gameplay. Well, guess what? They didn't do anything like that this year. I guess the closest was like Ubisoft. Xbox showed the CGI trailer to that Star Wars game, and then Ubisoft actually showed the gameplay later on, which looks great. Like at first I was like, I don't know about
I
this
gotta
game.
watch that, because when I saw the trailer for that new Star Wars game,
Mhm.
it looked actually all fun to me. Like I was actually intrigued and
Yeah,
stuff.
I once you
Um,
see the trailer, it's basically like GTA Star Wars.
GTA Star Wars,
Yeah,
okay.
looks cool. Open world. You could become wanted. You got your 5 stars. No, I'm just kidding. You don't got that, but like you could be
Hmm,
wanted by the Imperials or the Empire and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
makes sense.
But yeah, I still would like E3 to come back. I think that would be cool.
It depends, bro. Like I said,
Hmm.
when it comes to in an objective sense,
Hmm.
right? No company, there's no E3 is not worth a company's salt to pay attention to and stuff,
Yeah.
because they can, all they got to do is host their own stuff and their own stuff, and people
Hmm.
will just flock to their domain, if anything, right?
Yeah.
So I do miss E3 too. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, I do miss E3 because that was like I wouldn't call it a holiday, but it's more like the fun month for gamers during June and
Yep.
stuff. So
It was
I get
always the week of my birthday too, and that's what I loved about it. Because then I would take off the whole week, and it's not so much for my birthday; it's for for E3. David says, "Hope they have bounty hunters going after you." That would be cool. You get to fight like kind of like Assassin's Creed, like Valhalla, and I want to say maybe it's just Valhalla where they had like these bounties that are like looking for you. That would be kind of cool.
I would think so, because I feel like that female gives me like a bounty hunter vibe, like a Han Solo female type of
Yeah,
thing. So
she's a
I'm
Han
assuming she's a
Solo
bounty
type.
hunter.
No, she's
Yeah,
an
so I'm assuming
outlaw.
she's a bounty hunter, which at the same time she can go out and like hunt on
Yeah,
people that got bounty on their heads and stuff. So that'd be
yeah.
cool.
No, she means like David means bounties going after you, like bounty hunters going after you, and you have to like kind of escape them or fight them.
That's also fun too.
Yeah, I think
We
that'd be
we
kind of
can have
cool.
both.
Because like
Yeah.
Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla had like those, uh, I guess you call them bounty hunters. They were looking for you throughout the game, and like if you got close to them, they'll like come to you, and you want to like run away from them because they're usually
Oh
a
yeah,
lot more
true.
powerful. That was pretty cool. I did enjoy that. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some of the smaller news that got announced. So there was anime. I forgot what it was called. Anime something.
Anime Expo.
Maybe was it Anime Expo that was going on right
Yeah,
now?
it's in LA right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
the Anime
yeah.
Expo.
Okay. So they did announce two things, which is pretty cool. They announced well, one of them is interesting. But anyway, they announced Naruto, or they showed off the new story mode trailer of Naruto Cross Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, which I'm kind of disappointed by that, but nonetheless, I might pick it up just to do the little story mode, and I guess it will be the definitive version of playing 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in one go. Um, and then they showed off a new Jujutsu Kaisen game called Cursed Clash. It's basically a Naruto clone, so it's an arena fighter, right? You're in an arena in a 3D moving space. Think like Naruto or Demon Slayer. And it's 2v2, so you have like a backup. You can call on somebody to go in. I think you could swap out. I couldn't really tell by the trailer, but that's cool if you're a Jujutsu Kaisen fan. Like for me, I think it makes sense because I've already told everybody Jujutsu Kaisen is basically just Naruto. Um, I will argue that forever that it's literally the same concept, maybe different story, but still the same concept. And then the last bit of small news was that Kotaku reported a rumor that Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is going to be remade. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I would actually prefer an Assassin's Creed 1 remake over Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, just because Assassin's Creed 1 I feel really needs it. But then again, we are getting Assassin's Creed. Shoot, what is the name of this? Mirage, which is set in a similar like, not time period, but a similar setting. So I guess they probably don't want to, tire you out from being in the Middle East twice. Yeah. Did you ever play Black Flag, Ash?
No, I'm still quite new to the series and stuff. I a couple of years ago I started playing Assassin's Creed 2, and I
Mm-hmm.
was blown the hell away on how like
Two's good. Yep.
intricate how the parkour was. I'm like, I thought Ubisoft was like ahead, like 10 ahead by like a decade compared to
Mm-hmm.
other people when it comes to platforming. So I was like, holy crap. So that game was fun. I still need to like actually complete that, like at least complete the whole Ezio trilogy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll move on to the others. But I'll eventually play Black Flag. Game looks fun and stuff. Didn't
Yeah.
realize they were going to do a remake, so I'll probably wait for the remake to come out or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. David says Black Flag was really popular. Yeah, it was. Like I enjoyed it when it first came out.
that's the one with the ships and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I thought. Okay, and you're a pirate. Like
Yep.
you're a
You're a
pirate
pirate.
assassin.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
never finished Black Flags, so okay. Yeah, I mean, I finished it. I enjoyed it. Like the story was great. I did like Edward as a protagonist, which was pretty cool. I mean, I think like the voice acting was also great in there. Like the whole concept around it was very nice. Like I did enjoy it a lot. But like one, I've always wanted. Like I liked one. I like the setting of one being against like the Knights Templar, which the Templars are basically the enemy throughout all of Assassin's Creed. But like here, you were in the era where the Knights Templar were a thing, so that was like a lot more interesting to me. But it's just the gameplay of one is just not good at all. Like it was bad, which is why I didn't sell as good. And then the differences between one and two are huge. Like two got like was amazingly like it was like usually sequels just like kind of add on to what they had before. This is just like no, let's like make everything better. So
You're talking about two, right?
yeah, two the
Yeah,
Exo trilogy basically.
yeah, that game, I was just surprised, like how well they did when it comes to like every element
Yep.
being an assassin. I was just like shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this was Ubisoft back in the PS3 days. Like, holy crap! That's crazy. What happened? Like, did they just lost all their like best developers or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Sheesh, man.
Yeah, that was it. It was like Black Flag would have been the last good one. Three was I wanted to like three because I do like the American setting with the like the Native Americans and stuff like that. Um, it's just I don't know. There's something about the game I could not get into. I've tried it again, I just couldn't. Let's see. Yeah, Edward's the dad of Hatham, which is the dad of Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. Yep, and that's another thing why I like the tie-in between 4 and 3. But it's like I couldn't get into 3. The better one that takes place in America is actually Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is really good. And that one's nice because you actually play as somebody who turns into a Templar. So you're actually playing as a Templar throughout the game. Yeah, so that one's pretty cool. But yeah, that is that. So let's move on to video game 20 questions now. It's just gonna be me against you.
Oh
Real
yeah.
quick. Yeah,
Oh,
David says
oh.
I played Rogue and it's good. Yeah, I love Rogue. Rogue was great.
Wait,
Um,
it's my turn, right?
um, I don't believe so. I would say we'll save your turn for when we got everybody. So we'll do. I have an easy one picked out for just you.
I'm still gonna lose, but all right.
All right. Let's let the question begin. Hold on one
All
second.
right. Oh, no problem.
All right, sorry about that. I had to make my kids stop. I had to bang on the wall and make them stop being loud. All right, go ahead.
All right. Did this game came out after 2010?
Actually, hold up. I gotta actually pull that up because I don't have
All right, no
that.
problem.
All right, you said after 2010?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay. Who's next? Yes. Okay. Did this game come out before 2018? Wait, no.
No, okay.
Not got that question. I meant to say, did this game come out after 2018?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I gotta keep going forward up. Okay, let's see. At this point, I'll just stop right when it comes to years. Okay. Let's see. All right. Is this game a JRPG?
mm, Define JRPG because to me a JRPG is just an RPG made from Japan.
Same.
Okay.
That's what I think too. Yeah.
Okay. Um, it. I'll say it has RPG elements in it. Um,
But it's not really like 100% RPG.
yeah, I would say when most people think of the game, they wouldn't consider it a Japanese RPG, but it does have quite a few RPG elements in it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So if that makes sense.
Okay, then if anything, then I'll just try to narrow
So
it
hopefully
down.
that helps you out a little bit there.
Yeah, I see. I see where you're getting at.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, David's helping you out in the chat, by the way.
Oh crap. He's on Twitch or YouTube.
He's on Twitch.
Hold on a second. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh, I sound nice. I sound nice on stream. Cool, nice. Love the mic. Anyway,
What mic is that you got?
it's the MXL. I actually forgot the numbers. Holy shit. Okay, this is like one of the old. This is one of the old mics that Maximilian Do used to use back in the old days of YouTube and stuff. And I was like, I love that mic. I want to buy it. And I found I was able to find this mic for like $60 off of eBay and stuff. So I love it. Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but you have a DAC for that, right? Or not a DAC, but you have a what you can call
audio
it?
interface.
Yes.
So actually, I got this hooked up to a mixer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually easily find mixers for pretty cheap. Actually, even if you want to go for the more expensive ones, which is like the Go XLR, it's like expensive, but you don't have to, right? I actually got this from a friend of mine for helping him out, and like when I look up the model, it was like only like $80 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't even know how I sound on the stream. Like, I gotta double check that. It's been a minute.
You sound fine. Sound fine, but better than most of my friends, so I can tell you that much. So, I'll wait for you to hear yourself, and then we'll continue from there.
Yeah, I heard myself. Yeah, I don't know. I think I could sound better, but I sound better than my last YouTube video because when I uploaded it, I equalized the video. Like I changed it, and then next thing you know, hold on one second. Sorry, I gotta change the lighting a little bit. Anyways, I equalized it, and then next thing you know, it like shut off the equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
So when I uploaded the video, my voice was just its normal like tone, and it sounds horrible. I was like, no, it's like I have two options. I could re-upload the video with that, or leave the video there because it already has like.
So here's the beauty when it comes to an audio mixer. Audio mixer, obviously you're mixing audio, but the other cool feature about it is that all the EQ, all the bass, all the treble, all the compression is done through the hardware.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do anything extra when it comes to post editing and anything. Most of the time when people don't have this kind of setup, they'll have to record their audio first, and then post recording they'll have to add all the EQ and all that stuff. But with this, I don't have to.
Yeah,
which is awesome because I can easily translate this to streaming, to Discord calls, all that kind of stuff, which I love. You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's get back to 20 questions and stuff.
Yeah.
How many questions I got now?
You're on your fourth question.
Fourth question, and I ask, okay,
yeah. So you had number one was after 2010 was yes, after 2018 was yes, and then JRPG, I gave you a whole lecture on what it might be.
Okay, no problem. All right, as I got to think a bit harder on this one. Let's see. Maybe shot in the dark here. Did this game come out this year?
No, it did not.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. All right. I guess so. All right.
Actually, hold on one second. To help you out, because you're on your own, and it didn't, how could I put it? The game did not come out this year, but a version of the game came out this year. If that makes sense.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to make it not to make it as easy as possible, but not as difficult.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, a version of a game came out. Oh, interesting. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. David is a help.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I'm seeing them. Okay, I'll find our platform. Is this game multiplat?
Yes, it is.
Okay, multiplat. All right. Let's see. All right. Was this game developed by a Western studio?
No, no, it wasn't.
Hmm?
It wasn't. No.
It wasn't? Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, all right, then I can look at Japanese studios only. Okay. Um hmm. Was this game developed by Okay, no. No, definitely no, that wouldn't be the case then. Okay, was this game, or I would say published? Man, I forgot that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold a second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm piecing a little bit together, I think. Okay. I'm just gonna throw away two questions real quick to narrow it down. Was the game published by Namco?
Yes, it was.
Okay. This is gonna be funny. All right. Um, if that's the case, it's gonna be. I'm gonna throw you a weird question at you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Obviously, this game's a series, right?
Is it a series?
Yeah.
Um,
Wait. What's your definition of a series?
a series would usually be, I guess for me, like it's multiple games in a
Like
series.
one oh
Like,
like chronologically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
yeah, it could be like that, or it could be like, that there's how can I put it? There's multiple games that have to share the same name, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, I mean, yeah, technically it's a series.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then okay, then let me ask you this question: did this version of the game come out on GameCube?
No, it did not.
Did not. Damn it. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Oh, but I do know that it was published by Namco, so I do know that. Okay. All right. But who developed? That's the question. Huh. Okay. I gotta think of this one. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go back to one of the questions again when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to when the game. Remember when I asked when the game came out on during this year?
Mm-hmm.
What was your reply to that?
I said, what did I tell you? I said some type.
You said like I think you said there was like some version of a game that version of that game that came out this year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, a version of that game came out this year. Yep.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Weird. Okay. It's a lot of things that Namco that definitely have published. I just gotta like look back and see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, came out this year.
Yeah, you're on question number 9.
Number 9. Okay. So still got some throwaways I can use, but man. Okay. Here's a throwaway question. Is this game well known? Right?
Is it well known? I mean,
Actually,
I want to say yeah, it's well known. I want to say yeah. At least within our group,
fair. Okay.
I think it'll be well known to all of us.
Yeah. Okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense. Then I'll follow up with this other question. Have you already mentioned this game before in today's podcast?
I have not. No.
Got it. Okay. There's the second one. Oh.
And that was question number
So,
10.
so David, I know you said Armored Core, but I don't think a version of Armored Core came out this year. Oh, wait a minute. I I gotta figure out. Uh, James, one of the questions you wrote
Hmm.
down. When I ask about 2013, what was
Hmm.
the question you wrote down for 2013?
I don't think you said anything about 2013.
Like, did I say did the
You said
game came out?
2010. You said 2010. After 2010, I said yes, and then after 2018, I said yes. You didn't ask
Oh,
about.
you never counted the 2013 question because I asked if the game came out this year, and then you
You
said
mean
no.
2023?
Hmm.
You mean 2023?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, sorry.
um. Uh.
How was the question worded?
I worded. I said a version of this game came out this year.
So it already came out. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it definitely can't be on record then. Okay. All right. Um. Man, I guess I've been like ignoring too many games this year. Then. Okay.
I don't know. I think you played this game.
I have.
I think so. I'm gonna have to open up. Let me open up Steam and see your list.
Am I allowed to go through my Steam library?
No, that's cheating.
God damn it. That's ridiculous. Wait. Uh, that's not the
Oh,
other
there
game.
you are.
That's not the game.
Let's see. Oh wait,
So,
I know how to find that out.
I think you have to like go through Steam and then like just find my profile, and the games I played should be public to my friends. I think. So,
Well, I can. I know find a different way. So actually, well, it's not on your Steam profile. It might be on your PlayStation profile. But I don't think.
oh, that's even worse. I haven't played that thing in a while, man. God damn. Shoot, man. Jesus Christ. Okay. Lord. Okay. I'll definitely need to need. All right, I got more questions to mess with. Okay. I still haven't figured out the studio that made the damn.
Question number 11.
Um, is the main character iconic at least?
Yes.
Uh, I'm thinking too hard on this. Unfortunately, I hate this. All right. Wait a minute. Back.
Think Namco Bandai and then iconic. Because remember, one of your questions was it made by Namco?
I said published by Namco.
Oh, you said publish?
Yeah.
Oh, well, same thing, I guess. Not really.
Mm. Is either one, I haven't played this particular game in a while, which I'm forgetting the details about, or two, I actually played it recently. I forgot all about it immediately. One of those two. Yeah, there is. All right. So I just gotta look through all. Um, you said it's not really okay. I see. All right.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm gonna put on some good background music so at least everybody watching can have some nice music in the background.
Huh, David. David says Kakarot, but the version of. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. All right, I'm gonna roll with that. That makes a bit sense, but like, version of it came out this year. Okay. All right, then. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, David. Okay. So, does this game is this game based off a anime IP?
Yes.
So, okay, can I guess the game?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the game called Dragon Ball Kakarot.
It is.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yep, it is.
Thank you, David.
I mean, technically, it's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but yes.
I call it Dragon Ball Kakarot because that's the Japan way of saying it. So,
But yeah, release on Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, basically all consoles. And yeah, like David said,
he said next gen release. I'm like, I forgot about that.
Next gen release
of course,
in February.
I never played that. What do you mean?
I thought you did. I could have sworn you played it on PlayStation, but maybe not.
No, because the problem is that the game itself, like I can see myself just only buying the game just for the cutscenes and that's it. Like I'm not really pleased by the gameplay at all. If anything,
so
I wish they could have. I wish they could have stuck with Legacy of Goku kind of gameplay because I like that more. If anything.
Well, you played Xenoverse before, right?
Yeah, I have.
Do you like Xenoverse?
Couldn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I couldn't dig it. I couldn't dig it, man.
Because I was gonna say like Xenoverse has similar gameplay, so they're very similar, and like I like it. Like the cutscenes are great. Like right, they're just straight from the anime. It has the music from the Japanese anime, which is nice. So like you actually play through listening to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, even David said he likes it. Yeah, he needs.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like I try to play Xenoverse 1 when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun for like the first 2 hours, but after that, it just gotten stale for a bit. And I'm like surprised that there's still like a community that still plays Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, there is. I mean, Xenoverse 2 is still getting DLC, so
yeah, I'm just like, bro, like they're getting freaking Gohan Beast Mode. They're getting Orange Piccolo in there. I'm like, bro, what team is working on that? Holy crap!
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just couldn't like fully get into it. Surprisingly enough, if anything. Despite me wearing a Dragon Ball like shirt and stuff, I if anything I like Dragon Ball Z Fighters more, mainly because it's more fast paced, but at the same time I'm not good at fighting games, so there's that I couldn't play that game as much.
What? I thought you were good at fighting games. You're good at Smash.
Here's the thing, Smash, it's not a okay. It is still a fighter technically. But it's not your traditional fighter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody can practically pick it up pretty easily. From my eyes, if anything. Now, if you go from like freaking Smash to Street Fighter, then you're like, ooh, there's a new learning curve from there, bro. Six button game, commands. Oh Lord Jesus.
I mean,
now, yeah.
I mean, Dragon Ball FighterZ is actually very easy. It's an easy form of Street Fighter because all your moves are literally the Hadouken or the Hurricane Kick, and then your special and your special is literally Hadouken, but you do like the same thing Hadouken, but the R1 or R2 buttons, or you do the Hurricane Kick and R1 R2. That's all your specials are. So it's a very simplified game, and I think the meta in that's a little bit easier to get into than something like Street Fighter, for example.
David just mentioned something that I remembered, that they're like making 2 more story arcs, and one of those story arcs is actually something that already existed in Dragon Ball, which I can't freaking wait. That's one thing that got me almost sold for Kakarot. It's the fact that they're actually bringing an arc from Dragon Ball. Yeah, the tournament. I'm like, bet. Nice. It's been a long time since they actually did any game like adaptation for original Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember the last time they did something like that, right?
Well, it's funny. I was when this game was first announced, I thought the game would be much better if you actually played as Kid Goku. Because I think
I freaking agree. If they did Kid Goku and stuff and have him traverse through the trees and stuff, I feel like that'd be a lot more fun. You get to see a lot more of the detail of the environment and stuff, not just flying around and stuff. Like, I mean, it's just you're flying, everything will be small and crap. But as Kid Goku, he didn't know how to fly. At the beginning, all he knew how to do was go through trees and stuff until you found the flying Nimbus and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's more fun. That's way more fun.
Yeah, because you can technically get your mount, right, which would be your flying Nimbus that you could call at any time. And I do feel like the story progression through Dragon Ball is better fit for an RPG than like Z.
There's also a lot of stuff you can do with the power pole too, Matt. Like, bro, there's a lot of ideas that they could have implemented when it came to OG Dragon Ball for an open world. That'd be so freaking fun. It's so nice.
I agree. It could have,
but it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that would have been the best route to go to, in my opinion, when it comes to that. But like, I don't know. Let's hope so.
Hey, it could happen if the DLC succeeds. Who knows? I mean, it could be me just be wishful thinking because Toei and Shueisha is kind of crap when it comes to Dragon Ball right now. Yeah. But hey, who knows?
That's true. It's funny. I've been rewatching the Frieza arc. So like on my birthday, I wanted to watch the Jason Burger versus Goku. Love that fight.
Man, that fight is so awesome.
Love that fight, and then since then I just been continuing watching it. So like now, I just got to the part where Goku finally turned Super Saiyan to fight Frieza. And I was like, man, like I just love that Frieza arc because I think the power scaling was, even though, excuse me, sorry, I had to sneeze. Even though it is kind of weird that plot armor of like, okay, Goku got beat up by Ginyu. And then to make him as powerful as Frieza, he had to go inside and heal. Like, come on, man.
That was the weirdest plot armor that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because
like, okay, Zankai boost. It's gonna make him Goku stronger, but how much stronger? That's
a lot stronger.
And he's already trading blows, deflecting ki blasts from like layback Final Four Fleet Frieza. So I was like, oh yeah. I mean, plot armor, Goku show. Yeah. I get it, but okay.
Yeah, to me it was, I guess. I feel like Gohan had better. Yeah, the Saiyan Rage thing, like with Gohan, it made more sense because he would get that temporary power boost.
I love seeing Gohan going ham when he gets angry. I'm just like, bro, he was able to push back third form Frieza.
And seeing Vegeta's face all the time, he's like, what? He's like, this kid.
Yeah, I'm just like, holy crap! Like, how much power does he got? Like, here's the thing, right? Like there's some interesting stuff with Gohan because even with him was kind of BS because how was he able to push back third form Frieza with that? Like, holy crap, that was I mean,
remember, it's that hidden potential that he always had, right? It's like throughout, that's what I like about Gohan, like throughout the series, Toriyama hints at, like right away from the beginning, Raditz is like, what, his power level goes to what, like 7,000 or something like that?
It's like 1,000 or something like that, like almost up to Raditz's level. So
yeah, and then it disappears, and it's like, and he like badly wounds him, and then the same thing happens when he's fighting Vegeta, right? Or Nappa, one of them. It like happens for a little bit and it stops, and then it's like it happens again in the in the Frieza arc where Vegeta's like, that kid is like, he's doing this again. He's like, this kid has the most potential of any Saiyan out there. And then finally,
Cell Saga happened once more at Cell Saga when he went to Super Saiyan 2. Which the thing is with that, I don't have a problem with the transformation. I just have a problem like what would have to build up to that, because there was a lot of like mess ups in within that arc. Like I don't care what people think of the Cell arc and how the fights were awesome. It's just there were a lot of f ups by a lot of characters in that show.
Like what?
And the biggest f up, which I have to say this because I'm a Vegeta fanboy, is Vegeta telling Cell, "Hey, listen, because of my Saiyan pride, absorb Android 18 for me, so that we can go perfect Cell." Yeah. I'm just like, oh, you have no idea how much I cringe when he said that, because I knew what's gonna happen. Yeah. When I was a kid, when I was watching it, I was like, I knew what's gonna happen. If you get that form, he's gonna pulverize Vegeta. Like, why would you do that?
Well, the thing that like goes away, especially later on, is that when they turn Super Saiyan, they're supposed to have more of an ego, right? Because they have that. I think that was part of it. And it was like later versions of Super Saiyan is when they kind of got rid of the ego part. Yeah,
listen,
see, like
that
even David
doesn't-
said that's classic Vegeta.
that doesn't excuse him of being a dumbass in that show. And same goes for Krillin when he had the hot for 18, because he had the button. He had the button to shut her off, but he's like, you know what? F this. No, why? I was like, come on, for Christ's sake. And then Gohan, oh my Lord Jesus, when he turned Super Saiyan 2, bro, he could have ended Cell right there. Goku's like, hey, he's down, finish him off. And then Gohan's like, I'm gonna let him suffer. I'm like, no, you don't do that. Just finish the job.
But you gotta remember,
guess what happened?
You gotta remember, I guess that ego thing. So he went from like Eagle Saiyan 1 to Eagle Saiyan 2, so that ego gets into him. He's like,
which like I said again, it doesn't matter, because that's still a dumb ass thing to do, because it's going to cost something.
That is
which
true.
At
I
that time,
agree.
it's going to cost Goku's life. If anything, it kind of falls apart a little bit, because with Goku, at least, he didn't have an ego when he first transformed to a Super Saiyan. If anything, he was still mostly Goku, because he still let Frieza live for a little bit until he messed up again. Frieza messed up again, trying to blast him him to smithereens, which that wouldn't work.
But yeah, he let him live because he wanted him to get stronger so they could fight again. Because again, that ego that he has is like, yeah, you know what? You know, you were a good opponent.
Are you sure you wanted him to get stronger?
Yeah. Well, Goku did. You know, and that's
why. No, Goku just had mercy. He wanted all his enemies to live and stuff. That's the thing.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
that's just part of his character.
That's true.
Now, I do have to say, at the beginning when he did his transformation, he did let Frieza go 100%. He didn't have to let him do that. That was the ego thing. Yeah, that was the ego thing. So I do have to agree with that.
Well, yeah, David says even Goku acts different after Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, like Super Saiyan 3, he does have a little bit more of an attitude. Well, we even see that with Super Saiyan Goku, how he yells at Gohan. You know, and you see his attitude overall.
Dude, homie was just mad after that. He just lost his best friend.
Yeah.
And because in his mind, he's like, bruh, that's the second time dying. I won't get him back.
Yeah.
Which is why he yelled at Gohan in the first place, bruh. Because he was just done. He was just done right there. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of the. That's why I still think the Frieza arc is the best arc in my opinion. Like I used to really like the Cell arc because I'm a Gohan guy. And I like Gohan's like Super Saiyan 2 transformation. But the more I look at it, as far as like everything goes, the fights are just so much better in the Frieza arc. More is on the line in the Frieza arc, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Because the thing is, there were a lot of things that could have been prevented in the Cell arc versus the Frieza arc. You couldn't really prevent too much in the Frieza arc because it's just going to happen anyways. And like the Z fighters were hella limited when it comes to their own power level. So I'm like, okay, how this is flowing, it makes sense. But for the Cell arc, it's like, bro, they could have done this. The end of the arc. They could have done that. The end of the arc. But like, I guess they just wanted to kind of show off all the characters and stuff. They got all the power-ups, but still getting their ass beat. If anything, one of my favorites is practically Tien, because he was able to hold back second force Cell with a tri-beam. That was freaking badass.
Yeah, I did like that part in there. It was like a whole episode of him just shooting over and over. I did like the Piccolo and 17 fight too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Was fun. That was like hella fun too.
Bringing Piccolo back.
Was on a mission. He was trying to take care of 17 before Cell gets there. So he was trying to take care of the job. So I'm like, good kudos to him. Now there was one thing in particular that people were saying that Piccolo did some dumbass stuff too. For example, when he first encountered Cell, they were saying that they were claiming that Cell didn't know how to regenerate until he actually absorbed a bit of Piccolo and stuff. So after he absorbed Piccolo, he now knew how to regenerate. So I'm just like, really?
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either. But he was
because
saying that since he never had Piccolo cells,
he did have Piccolo cells.
That's what I thought too. But people were saying no.
Yeah, he did.
People were citing from the manga and stuff, so I have to go back and see the manga and see the
Yeah, because according to me, I thought he had everybody's cells except for like when they were on Planet Namek.
That's why.
Because he has special beam cannon. He has special beam cannon.
Yeah, he has special beam cannon. Like he literally have all that stuff. So that's the most confusing part about that, because
and he knew who Piccolo was. Like he knew who Piccolo was, like because he even had Vegeta cells.
Yeah, he even had Vegeta cells. That is true.
That's what I'm saying. Like so that I'll have to read the the manga to see if they changed that. But at least in an anime, he had everybody's cells. He didn't just know anything about them after they left to Planet Namek. So he didn't know about like Super Saiyan or anything like that. Well, I guess maybe Cell did know about Super Saiyan because of Trunks.
It wouldn't have regardless, because like I said, like you said before, he should have had Piccolo cells by then, which at that point he wouldn't have known how to regenerate his limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
The only reason why he came back after the explosion he did with Goku and stuff was because he knew how to regenerate and stuff.
I thought he would always regenerate though, because he's like cells. He's made out of cells, and his body just regenerates. I could be wrong. Like I said, he had Piccolo cells, and with Piccolo cells, you can definitely regenerate. Yeah, but I don't think Piccolo could regenerate to that extent. Like, he can grow back limbs, but I don't think he can.
Well,
like,
he is an android. He's an android, so he's practically a copy of everyone else, but slightly better. So
yeah,
regeneration could have been a lot more potent compared to what Piccolo can do. So
yeah, actually, now that I think about it, maybe Cell does have Frieza's moves as well.
He does.
Yeah,
because when Cell like powered up, like I think it was Vegeta was like sensing him. He's like, oh, I sense Frieza. What's Frieza doing here, or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's like the cells were already there. It's just like people were claiming that Cell never had Piccolo cells to begin with until he absorbed Piccolo's arm or something like that. Remember that scene?
Yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah.
So like I was confused. I was confused for a bit because I thought that like since like they got all the data from all the Z fighters like way back when, I thought they already had Piccolo cells to begin with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I need to look back and see like what they said in there, because they're not trying to blame Piccolo for a screw. So I'm like, Piccolo didn't screw nothing up. He was trying to prevent crap, bro. He was, if anything, he's already tired. He's tired, bro. Like, because he's seen one dumbassery after one dumbassery, starting with Vegeta, and then with Krillin, and then with Goku, saying, "Hey, go on, beat a Cell for me." Matter of fact, Cell, here's that Sensu beam, bro.
David says that. Yeah, he will come back if a single cell of him was left alive. Yeah, because I thought Cell could automatically regenerate because that's just him, because he's made out of cells. So that he could regenerate at any time. You have to like completely finish off Cell for him not to regenerate. Yeah, because I thought they gave that. I thought they gave that as an explanation there. And then because of his Saiyan blood or cells, that's why he got that Zenkai boost when he was fighting Gohan. So then when he regenerated himself, he was able to.
Actually, Cell actually said himself that like, because he was able to like absorb more of Goku cells and stuff, he was able to get like a more like perfect form or something like that. I thought he explained when he came back or something like that.
No, I thought he said it was because of his Saiyan cells. That's what it was. Yeah, because he basically became Super Saiyan 2, because he regenerated from a near-death experience. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what it is. Yeah, we'll have to re-discuss that. Re-watch that and then see what happens there. Yeah, because I was like, I'm pretty sure that's how that went. But yeah, I recommend playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I think it was good. I think you would like it.
I'll probably just play the game for the cutscenes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it on sale. So. I don't know if the PC version has the PS5 updates though.
It doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, so I will do the PS5 version. Yeah, because I was looking at it, I was like, this looks the same, but the PS5 version has way like the areas, like you'll see like they have like more flowers, more foliage.
Which is BS. They could have like easily add that to the PC version too. I don't know why they didn't do that.
I don't know neither, but yeah, luckily I own it on both, so I could play on either or. Saiyan cells made him stronger. Yep. So. But that is all we have for today's podcast. Appreciate you, Ash, for joining me today. It was a dual podcast. Unfortunately, the rest of the group couldn't make it. But I do appreciate you, David, for showing up, and everybody who's going to watch it after the fact. Ash, I do appreciate you for showing up, because if not, we wouldn't have a podcast today, because it just seemed like a lot of issues happen. But thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us over at Twitch. And yeah, I think next week's episode, there's no major announcements. We might have a Pokemon discussion, talking about like our favorite memories of Pokemon and stuff like that.
Just remember, we're not like huge meta heads when it comes to Pokemon. So to cut some slack. That Pokemon community is something else, man. They'll memorize every table of the Pokemon on their nature, their moves, their stats.
I don't know anything about that
IVs.
stuff.
I'm just like, bro, calm down, bro. Like, this is why I can't play Pokemon with y'all. They ask me, yo, you want to play Pokemon Showdown? I'm like, no, man, I don't want to play with you. You know, you're like the encyclopedia, bro. I can't play. I can't fight you, bro.
I don't know anything about IVs still. Like, I know I've heard of nature and I see it as like, oh, cool. I don't care, and I just continue playing. Like that's my thing. Yeah. David says he never got into Pokemon.
So IVs, from what I remember, they're basically like the stats, like in RPGs and stuff.
Yeah.
And everything. Natures or more like buffs and debuffs depending on the nature. So for example, I don't know like all the natures, but like I'm gonna throw some random stats. If your Pokemon gets like the Jolly nature or something like that, you can get like a +2 or 3 when it comes to like strength, and have like a -2 on something else and stuff. So there's that. IVs, I'm pretty much sure are like base stats for each Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah.
So irregardless of the nature, these Pokemon are gonna have stronger stats than the other, because that's for those set stuff for the Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah, miss me with all that shit. I can't. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely I don't know. I'm gonna do a stream of Black for sure. We'll see. Like I'm trying to finish 16. Hopefully I could finish it soon, because to me it's just getting a little bit more like like I just want to finish it and just get through with this game. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah. As I said, don't forget, like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us over at Twitch. I should have at least one video coming out this week. I'm trying to do at least 2, but we'll see what happens. And I'm probably going to do a couple shorts and release them today, actually. So definitely take a look at those. Thanks for coming in, Ash.
No problem.
And yeah, my name is Jace for the Random Encounter. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, see you guys.